Timing got a bit odd there.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Hello.
Oh, welcome to The Mist, where a bunch of pals get together and play some D&D. So glad you're joining us tonight. If this is your first time watching The Mist, welcome. Please follow the Games Tavern on Twitch. It's free. It supports the show, the cast, and the crew. Remember, you can watch us live on Twitch, and all shows are going to be uploaded to YouTube typically 2 days later, so you can catch up with all the shows you may have missed. We will get rolling shortly, but first, some announcements.
Remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you also get a free Prime Gaming subscription. Prime Gaming subscribers support everyone on the show and get access to sub-only emotes and to a special subscriber-only channel on the Games Tavern Discord.
And tonight, make sure to cheer on your favorite character when they do something awesome. Your bits and cheers show your support for the characters, and we love you, our friends, for your support. Your subs help to support production quality upgrades so that we can make better shows for you.
And a humongous thank you to Shard Tabletop for sponsoring this show. Go to the link in the chat and check it out for yourself. Shard Tabletop is the place to play 5th edition. You can access rules, adventures, supplements, all that stuff. It supplies digital tools like character builders and a digital character sheet, as well as all sorts of other tools for your gaming use. We think so highly of it here that it's the official VTT of the Games Tavern. And to make it even better, just go to Shard Tabletop link in the chat and use the promo code TGT Shard20 to save 20% on all subs.
All right, now before we get to the show, let us do our introductions. Tell these fine people who you are.
Hello, I'm Daryl Dorsey, and I play Brigand Stormbilt, your Goliath fighter.
Hi, friends. I'm Jess Wade, and I play Bronwyn, our Tiefling Druid.
Hi, I'm Kyle, and tonight I will be Salem Clan, your resident inquisitive human rogue.
Hey everyone, I'm Laura Perard, and I play Kura, the human Twilight cleric.
And I am Matt Fellman, and I'll be playing the Doctor, the resident alchemist artificer.
And I am Bran the Blessed, and tonight I shall be the DM.
Okay.
Daryl, why don't you take us back? Take us back to a time.
You know,
We were here.
yeah.
We
The
were
last,
here.
you know, that last time we were here. So the last time we met on the Mists, it was a very surprisingly relaxing day. Most of us just bathed ourselves, and Broadland taught us their camp fun. I didn't really understand it, but it was fine, I guess. Almost killed the kid, Casimir, but I don't think she noticed. I don't think she noticed that she should not have been that high in the air. Eventually, though, there was some conflict between some of our other members. Salem and the Doctor had words about the deal made with Elder Lodo for Broadland's soul. Broadland themselves found a teacher in the woods to help them understand the druidic tree. Salem was there as well. He did not like that someone was able to sneak up on them and kind of follow them back to camp. And Cora finally, I believe, had a bit of a restful sleep. I don't know. I was not there. But she did take something from the doctor. So who knows if it's actually a restful sleep or what she actually dreamed about. And then me, I slept through the night and maybe walked around camp just for a little bit. I don't know. But that's the last thing that I remember. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Some of that was suspect.
No, it was great.
It was in character.
Was there anything anyone was doing before they went to sleep?
I think that I was fuming because the doctor is a dick. And I might have heard Brigane walking around Kura's tent,
You heard
saying
me walk.
some stuff.
If you heard me,
We went over this.
if you heard me, one, you didn't understand what I was saying because I was not speaking common. And two, all you heard was footsteps walking around. And he's not an unstealthy person, Salem. So
Very true.
I believe there may have been a passing storm as well.
yes, yeah. And actually I left evidence inside of Kura's tent that I was definitely there. So
Inside.
I may have slid my glaive inside the tent.
Oh,
I remember you sticking it in the ground right outside it.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. That's my bad. That was another idea that I had.
technically it's not over. You can literally walk back there and
No, in.
I'll leave it. No, I'll leave it outside the tent. That's less creepy. It doesn't make it seem like I was in her tent. That seems like something the doctor would do.
That's slanderous, my friend. Slanderous.
Okay, I mean, like, if you think about it from Kura's perspective, like, what's more threatening, having a weapon laid in front of you in your tent or having it just thrust into the ground right outside it? Like,
That's
both seem kind of a
assuming-
challenge.
That's assuming that I consider it a challenge or a threat when I know
Fair.
who it belongs to.
see when I was proposing to my wife,
She cut out my left eye, and this was a glass one now, and we've been married ever since.
so she kept it. She put it in a little. All right, so
Anyway,
everyone is for the evening.
Yes, I would turn
Mhm.
in for the evening
Yes.
after
All right.
such things. After the rain begins to fall.
While there is a definite sudden bout of rain, it ends fairly quickly, maybe like 10-15 minutes, not enough to start flooding everyone out of their tents. However, the clouds do remain.
Mm.
And the clouds remain as you are greeted by the morning. The sun is pushing through as well as it can, but there's definitely an overcast.
I don't leave my lean-to.
You hear the bustle of the younger campers, waking up and being general children. That is to say, yelling and chasing each other and banging into things. You can also start to get that hint of breakfast being cooked, probably at the fire that was surrounded by the tents.
I peek out of my lean-to at the smell of food.
You see a couple of the counselors there. What looks to be a large cauldron. May not sound as delectable as it should, but that's what we're going to use here. There's definitely a large cauldron over the embers, and you can see just steam. You can hear a bit of a bubbling coming from.
Okay. How does it smell?
I was literally just about to ask the same thing.
It smells good. I'm gonna say you're familiar enough with porridge,
Okay.
generally speaking. This is probably what porridge is always supposed to be. It's not just these cut oats and bubbling. You can definitely pick up what seems to be wild, fresh fruits that have been placed into it, and maybe a couple different herbs. It's definitely smells good.
I get my own personal bowl that I keep because there's no way that there's one that's built for me.
They say he carved that bowl himself.
So that's just a boulder that you picked up and just hit a few times, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a big old geode.
Yep.
It's all shiny
I am
inside.
totally fine with this.
I just dip it in there and just retreat back in like Homer Simpson into the bushes.
Sure enough, yeah, you've had plenty of porridge on many a stops, and pretty often that's carried overseas because it will stay, but this is an entire different level.
I get out of my tent and get 3 bowls. And I shoo Casimir over to Kura's tent. And I break bread with them.
Do I wake up easily enough? Considering.
Doc?
How much did you ingest?
I didn't even sniff it, really. I just caught a whiff of it.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
that bodes confidence.
Yeah, we'll say there's nothing holding you back.
Right, do you know there's a glaive that's just in the grass right outside of here? It looks like it's Brigane's. And I hand over a bowl of porridge. Sitting down and just making myself right at home.
that's news to me. I haven't even looked outside yet. It smells like it rained.
It's pretty nasty out.
Nasty. So is
Just-
it raining now?
Is it raining now?
No, it is not.
I'm just
Overcast.
never one of a fan of most precipitations.
Oh. Any particular reason?
Just not a fan.
Hmm.
Like it dry.
Well, it serves its purpose, but I understand what you mean. I would get annoyed with the amount of snow that we would get where I was from.
You had snow where you're from.
It's very, very far north.
And is that where you were when you got pulled into the mist, or were you somewhere else?
I was a bit further south, but it was further enough south where I was from that there was a noticeable difference, but it was still cold.
Alright, well, maybe one day I'll be able to visit you. Actually, like to visit everyone's home. Well, mostly everyone. Not all of you.
True. It may be possible. I have a feeling that some of us are from quite a bit further away. Realms beyond.
Kind of nod. Take a spoonful of porridge. Look over at Casimir to make sure she's eating hers.
Casimir's sitting on the floor, cross-legged, just sort of continuously rubbing at her eyes and just kind of yawning into the porridge, just trying to wake up.
Did you
We should
sleep
go wake
all
the
right?
others.
Hmm.
Sorry, what was that?
I asked if you slept all right, both of you.
Casimir was out like a rock. I did not sleep well. I was just a bit peeved.
About what?
But anyway, I should go wake up the others. And get our day started. And
All
I
right.
leave Casimir with Kura, and I walk over to Salem's. You had a hammock?
Outside in one of the trees, right outside camp. And so what you'll see is I'm already awake, and I have this confounding armor. I'm sort of just bundling through, just trying to figure this damn thing out. Oh, see that scratch in there. this growth here. It can't be well, no, that's definitely natural. Roman, sorry. I was a little preoccupied. Morning.
Good morning. I hand over the bowl of porridge that is halfway eaten.
So handing it upwards, I have to climb down. Hold on, and we clamber down. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I saw them making it. Looked mostly decent. How's it taste?
It tastes pretty good, actually.
Start spoonful, spooning it into my mouth. So, what's on the docket for today?
Actually, that's a good question. I hadn't heard, and I kind of keep an ear out to hear if any camp counselors are, yelling at kids, telling them what the day's activities are going to be. But I think if it's like a free day, I might have Casimir and I finish everyone's journals. We told you we were making them, right?
Yeah, over by the lake. That visitor we had yesterday. Like I said, we might be able to gain some sort of insight. Any sort of chance, we might be able to find them over by the tree again, you think?
I mean, I think it's a pretty good idea, and I kind of walk that way, or start walking off in that way and look back. Do you want to come with again?
Yeah, let me grab my things real quick, and I'll just gather up my usuals, and I'll be just a step behind you. This thing that I got back over in that when we were on that island with all the skeletons and whatnot, I can't seem to figure it out. I keep scratching at it, and more of this chitinous stuff just keeps falling off. Seems more... I don't know what the word for it is. Natural magic seemed to be something of your field. Anything, any idea you got?
I hold out my hand to see if you'll give it to me.
There you go.
Is there a nature roll?
You can
Or
certainly
any-
try a nature roll.
Okay. Okay, it's an 8.
Nothing really stands out. As stated, just looks like it's coral upon limestone upon salt, just layered and blocked onto the front of this chest piece.
Take my nail and I scratch at it a little bit, sniff it, turn it over a couple times. I don't know. I don't know what this is, mate. I'm sorry.
Okay. I take it back.
It's certainly salty to the taste.
At least I can give them something of a bad taste in the mouth if they try to eat me. That's for sure.
Give a chuckle and continue walking over towards the tree.
All right, so the both of you are making your way towards the tree.
Way downtown.
As you do, you notice that there are a couple of the younger campers that are also making their way that same direction. They're sort of following the trail.
You hear anything about the fire this morning? I say to Brahma. Yeah, I say that to Brahma.
Fire.
No, anything by the where they were serving the food?
Sorry, I misheard that, mate. No, I really didn't. Like I said, I'm just kind of playing it by ear at this point. And I tap one of the little elven children and say, "Right, where are you off to?"
The little boy motions over to the big tree ahead of you that direction. Off for the studies.
Wait, you're also going to the tree.
Yeah. My great granddad was druid.
Good for him, mate. Salem, do we want to just... And I kind of look around to see, is there a camp counselor in that area?
Not walking with the children, no. You presume that they were pointed a direction back at the camp.
Okay. Right, do we want to walk with the children and do this right now?
We do have all day. We don't necessarily need to right this moment. I want to, if I could, make a perception check to see if that our visitor from yesterday might be lurking around somewhere.
Give me that check.
Oh wait, I can do it. Over here. And then I get to add a D4 to that. So that's going to be a 19.
19. As you continue further towards the tree, you notice a figure that looks strikingly similar to the one you met last night. They do not have the luminescence, that almost moonlight radiating off of them. They're more of a tawny owl, almost in the colorings. You know, a lot of like beiges and browns.
It's the
Kinda
morning.
tone.
They're still waking up. I get it. It's fine.
But you do spot that figure in front of the tree.
Gotcha. Well, our teacher seems to be here, I think. Looking a bit different than in the moonlight, but
I whisper at Salem. Right, do you remember the name?
Kyle the player does not. Salem would, but one of the things I forgot to write down.
The same. Okay, well, I walk up towards the figure behind the children, and if no introductions are made when we arrive, I nudge the closest little elvish child and whisper in their ear, right, you need to introduce yourself, mate. Have good manners.
Hard to get off of this child.
Give me a persuasion check on that.
Can I have-
Persuasion roll.
Can I have advantage since I am an adult?
Barely.
No one has directly addressed you as an adult here, so that does not seem to have a whole lot of a factor into it.
Okay, well, I rolled a 9.
Oh boy.
The little boy you talked to on the way just does a bit of a your direction.
Okay.
Rude little prick.
Woof. Okay, that's that. And I just keep walking.
The teacher, once everyone has gathered near the tree, the teacher is observing, kind of gauging and reading all of you that have come along. It's a bit of a lowered head in your direction. Good morning. I am Elder Celadine, and I hope to teach you a great many things about a great many things. I'm impressed already, I can tell you right now, that you decided of all of the classes and events you could have went to go study. You went for the more, dare I say, long-lasting lesson. The one that I believe personally will teach you more in for a great many years. They hold out their hand and start tracing along the Ogham script that the two of you spent an evening attempting to read. And Celadine begins to start telling a story of heroes past, and carries on. Begins to just almost with bardic-like skill. You feel the story just kind of resting on you. You feel it. You feel just a little bit inspired, and certain key words just seem to almost have a ring to them as you're listening. All right, and with that, we're going to go back to our campers back at camp for a bit.
I kind of just eat in quiet with Casimir for a bit. And I ask, are you enjoying yourself so far?
He's doing the half-awake shovel into her mouth. Not good sleep.
Oh. Did you have bad dreams or just restless?
Bronlyn didn't sleep well, and they kick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, what did you want to do today? I know there were different classes they talked about with you.
I don't know. I know there's sneaky classes. That sounds like Salem lessons.
It does. Perhaps you could learn something and impress him.
You see a little bit of a smile curl up on inside of her lip. That'd be fun.
I think so. While you finish up, I'll be right back. I'm going to go check on the doctor and Brigade.
I won't touch anything.
All right. And with that, I will go outside the tent and probably encounter the glaive then.
Yeah, just a 45-pound bench press bar with a sharp end. That's basically what it is.
And given Brigade's size, it's probably as tall as me.
Yeah, that's
All
about
right.
right. It's definitely a Naginata.
Also, when you step out and look around, there's thick smoke coming out of either end of the doctor's tent.
Oh,
The flaps are closed.
oh good lord, he's hotboxing.
He definitely has a little bit of an audience around the doctor's tent. There's a lot of curious kids, you know. There's like one with like the pointed stick who's just trying to just lift up the flap just enough to peek in.
Just big smoke plume comes out from that stick wave.
That'll get me to go over right quick. And I kind of wave off the other kids. And I call it, Doctor, what are you doing this time?
Flap opens, and I step out. I've got goggles on, and I've got a large pot that I'm holding in one hand and pouring just this thick brown substance is coming from the pot and pouring into a small vial that I've got. Yes.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. How did you sleep?
Very soundly, thank you.
It's going real slow.
What are you making?
Well, I had some time this morning because I didn't sleep, because I never sleep, and so I decided I was going to have to endure the camp food here, and so I went out and I tapped a tree, and I've harnessed the sap from it, and had to boil it down and added some sugary substance, and I've this is the results.
What's it for?
Do you have any of that porridge that they're having this morning?
I hold out my bowl. There's a little bit in there.
Well, here, I'll just pour the rest from the pot here, and it just goes... plops in. All right, now mix that in and then try again. Capping the rest of it.
Now, Doctor, I said I slept soundly, but I only caught a small whiff of that potion you gave me. What is this going to do to me?
Nothing of the sorts from last night. And if you only took a whiff, you should be good.
All right, but my question still stands. I'm mixing it in.
Humble me with a surprise. Just try it.
I'm not sure how I always end up being the one that's the guinea pig. But
you
all
will
right.
start to benefit from that. As like right now.
Take a spoonful of it, and I'll take about half of it.
Very sweet. It's a syrup of kind, a sweetener syrup from the trees. It's natural. Nothing too artificial about it.
It's good. Potent.
It's to liven up even the most blandest of food. Now, if I can find some peppers, I can go the other direction as well.
All right. Is this the reason? Is this what was making all the smokes? Just this?
Well, I've got other things brewing, but yes, that was the primary reason. I had to have a smoke. I had to have a fire in my tent, so I made a small fire. The side of the tent is literally coming on fire as I'm talking behind it. So.
Oh, you might want to tend to it.
And I pull out a thing. Yeah, this should work. I should pop the cork, I shake it, and I throw it at the fire. And it spans around the fire and puts it out instantly.
Nice.
Yeah. Just glad that worked. I
Oh,
haven't
my.
tested it yet.
I will leave you to it. I still need to check on someone else.
All right, I'll just air this out.
Wait,
I'll be
that wasn't the nitroglycerin?
Camp episode, short episode.
That was supposed to make a bigger boom.
Oh, I got
Trying to
it
burn
right.
all the evidence.
I got it right this time. Usually it's just crapshoot.
As Kura exits the tent, a hand grabs on the flap as the exit happens. It's one of the counselors peeks in. Hey, you got 5 minutes. Then you got to go learn something fun. Drops.
Fun is mandatory.
Fun is mandatory here.
Oh, we'll see how that goes.
There's nothing like fun at camp, y'all.
I go over to Brigane's lean-to.
Oh,
And-
the flap is now open. When he heard a bunch of people leaving, the flap's open and he's doing push-ups and he's got like 5 kids on his back.
I watch this with extreme amusement for a moment.
I feel, and Casimir's definitely one of the kids.
Is this your preferred way to start the morning?
I always do 100 when I wake up.
I see.
Okay, okay, that's enough. Get off of me now. I don't even know why I let you all crawl on me while I was doing this. I did not
I
ask
never agreed to this.
I did not ask them, but I did not want to throw them off. It didn't hinder me at all, but I don't. Okay.
Regain,
Yes.
why is your grave in front of my tent?
Luck.
Insight check.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's not lying.
Luck.
I mean, I guess your inside check would be to say to see if that's the whole truth.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
important.
much.
I'll allow persuasion either.
I just want to see if there's more to it.
I'm not going to roll against you.
21.
Yeah, there was no point in me trying to roll against you. There's something more there, but luck is what he's willing to say.
Mhm.
As much as you can see his eyes shifting, considering there's no actual like color to it because they're like kind of over gray,
Mhm.
you get the feeling like his eyes shift just a little bit.
Did you misjudge the distance to your own shelter and leave it there?
No, I left it there to bring you luck.
Oh.
I made this cliff. And somehow I am still alive. And now there's a green dragon on the other side of camp. So I put it there to bring you luck.
I see. Well, thank you.
Yes. I'm gonna base this off the insight you just did. He may or may not start blushing a little bit.
How easy is that to tell?
I mean, he's my skin tone, so
You gonna double down on that insight check?
as you hear thunder rolling in back in. No.
Is something like that a tradition where you're from, or is it something you felt was appropriate?
No, I felt it was appropriate because I had it when my sheep was blown apart, and I'm still here. I had it when I was taken from where I was. I had it when we fought a giant water monster, and I'm still here. So I figured if I left it in front of your tent, if something were to happen, you'd still be here, even if I wasn't.
I just think about this for a moment. And then I reach into the pouch at my hip. And I say, "Give me your hand."
Okay. I give it to her.
And I pull out a coin. And I kind of hold under your hand and I put the coin in your palm, and it has a crescent moon on it and the star symbol of Salune on it. It looks exactly like what's in the middle of my brows.
Yeah.
And I say, I am not I have my source of protection, but that doesn't mean that I discount luck. For you, if there is a way for me to do the same, it would be this. Her symbol.
Thank you.
And I kind of curl his fingers around it.
She has to try extra hard because my hand is gigantic.
I'm just kind of assuming you'll roll with it.
Yeah. Yep.
You have to earn it.
And I say, things. I don't put much stock in things as being protection, but I do believe in the power of symbols. Your glaive. This coin. Your luck to me. My wish for protection for you. Have you eaten yet?
Yes. I have my own bowl. Most places have very small portions, so I have to bring my own utensils.
Fair enough.
So, where did everyone else go?
I am not sure where Bronlin went. I know the doctor is still in his tent. Salem, I'm not sure. But I think, judging by everything, we may be expected to go off and figure out something to do with ourselves.
As you're doing this, from the tarp it lifts over, you see a couple small faces looking in. Those are the campers. And one of them goes, "Oh, look at that! Big kid and Mooney girl, they're holding hands!" Like runs off. Another kid is like, "Hey! Big kid! Over there! They're gonna teach us how to talk to wolves! Wolves!" And like disappears as well. The other kid is just staring blankly at the two of you before the flap just kind of closes.
It's not creepy at all.
No, they gotta have the weird kid in camp.
Who somehow shows up to every single one of the things.
No matter where you
just
are.
all the way in the back.
Like, how are you here? I saw you leave today. How are you here? At the first comment, you just feel immense heat coming off of Brigade right now. That would be how you can tell if he is blushing. Is you just feel the extra heat coming off of him.
But you don't have to try quite so hard with me because I am very fair-skinned.
Yeah.
There's a blush there.
I'm not a kid. I don't know why they call me a big kid.
None of us are. I think there's something strange going on. I would like to figure out what it is.
Yes, let's go figure it out. What's happening? Wolves. Wolves in the camp. That sounds stupid. Let's check that out.
As you exit, there are two of the counselors at the camp. Danny, the one you spoke with, and Antu, our satyr. They're sort of, pointing out directions. And, as you approach, they go, Antu will look up, "Hey, good morning. Had a good breakfast? Everything good? So what are you going to learn first, huh? What's on the docket today? What are you going to learn?"
Just for a point of order, I definitely pick up my glaive before we start doing this.
I
was
think
gonna
that's
ask,
very
actually.
reasonable.
Yeah. I've never not been armed around these small children, and I will never not. I will continue to be so.
I'm walking up with a bowl full of porridge that's much browner than what's in the pot, and I'm eating it and listening to what's going on here.
So one of the kids said there are wolves in the camp. You're going to teach them to talk to the wolves.
Well, yeah. That's a good way of putting it.
Okay.
Just a little ways down the river, we do hold a bit of classes for you to get familiar with the wildlife that you would typically find in the woods, and how to interact. And eventually, yeah, if you keep at it, you definitely could talk to wolves.
Why? I've never. Okay, in my experience, usually the wolf is trying to kill me. Are these normal wolves? Are we talking about the big wolves that like someone could ride?
Well, I don't mean to spoil anything, but I think there's rumor that there's a giant wolf waiting for those that are brave enough to go see.
I have literally killed 6 dire wolves. Is this a dire wolf that you are talking about? As I motion to the tattoo of the big ass wolf on my sternum. Like, why does it feel like no one is concerned about these children?
I think it might be interesting to go learn to talk to them instead of kill them for a change.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of taps his deer-like nose and points ear direction.
Okay, but
Now there's plenty of other lessons if you're uncomfortable around animals.
Bullshit.
It's totally okay.
What else you got?
Well, if you're a bit more into the research and bookish, there are some arcane studies just a bit to the south. You can do that. There's really a practice if you want to just kind of just be hidden away. If you want to learn how to just hide amongst the trees, use that. There are going to be some lessons to the southwest. If you just want to learn, ideally just how to survive out in the woods. That again, it's just going to be to the east.
At that brigade, like, openly starts chuckling at the survive in the woods. Okay. Okay.
Anything for blowing stuff up?
I just look at the doctor.
So do I.
I thought we were here to have fun.
I thought you already knew how to blow stuff up.
I do, but it never gets old.
So I mean, that's a little experienced for most for these lessons. But I mean, let's be honest. There's a whole lot of paths you could take that will teach you how to blow the things up.
I'd like to make an insight check to see
Go for it.
This specifically. Does this person believe what they are saying? Or does it seem like there is I'm glad I have advantage on insight. It was worse.
Well,
Well, the non-advantage roll was a total of 10.
Total of 10?
Yes.
You are positive. He believes what he's saying.
Okay.
You are certain that he believes that you can uncover great things about yourself by heading to one of these lessons.
You wanted to see the wolves, I suppose. This is weird. This is the strangest place I've ever been.
I know.
Like, no one's practicing how to fight, does it? Okay, fine. Where are the wolves? Daddy, where are the wolves?
And he kind of grips at your arm, points towards the lake and a little further. You coming with?
Are you going to keep calling me Big Kid?
If you want me to.
Don't.
Okay.
My name is Brigade.
Okay, Brigade.
Okay, Andy. I pat him on the head very gently. Then I look out for that one weird kid.
Give me a perception.
Oh, not 18. So that's a total of 21.
Oh yeah, you can feel his eyes on you. You suddenly just your senses just sharpen, and you feel, and you just see just this bit of his face from around a nearby tree.
I point at him like the evil monkey from Family Guy. Just
There's not a strong reaction, but there's a slow disappear.
I then whispered. I then lean down and just go, "That kid has all the warning signs."
All right, you're gonna make your way. You're gonna make your way towards the animal handling and animal communication.
Sure.
I'm going to see if I can horribly corrupt the arcane section. So I'll see
Sure
you
enough.
at lunch, I suppose.
And to points to, you can clearly see some floating islands and a bit of looks like sharp crystals just sort of hovering in the sky.
I wonder if that's Brunestone. Fascinating.
All right, Kura, which way are you heading?
I'm with Brigane. We're going to
With
the
Brigane?
animal handling. Yeah.
All right.
We're going to the petting zoo together.
Aww,
What a cute first date.
Right?
Oh my god.
adorable.
Get me
The
out of
heavy
this,
petting zoo.
get me out of this
Oh,
damn camp.
no.
Get me out of this camp.
Oh, camp is great. You're doing great. All right. You make your way around the lake and towards the tree line to the east. And I think with that, we want to take a quick break.
For sure.
I
Yes.
think that seems to be the plan.
Yeah.
Don't you go away.
Don't you go away. You stay
Please
here.
don't.
Well, I have
Yes.
to stay here.
Unless you you have to go to the bathroom or go get more water. Which in which case,
Snack
yes,
break.
absolutely.
Snacks. Go
Go
get
grab
snacks.
those, but make sure
Come
you come
back.
back. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do the announcements.
Oh.
Yeah, let's do those.
Let's do
Yes.
that.
Those are a thing.
Yeah, let's knock these out. I'm first. Hi, I'm Daryl.
Hi.
Hi, Daryl.
Who, me?
The Games Tavern Patreon is a great way to support the show and get useful perks and awesome content. The latest updates include early access to interviews from the Games Tavern Happy Hour, miniature paint plans from that Mini's Paint Show, and battle maps and plug-in encounters in your games. Just go to patreon.com/get the Games Tavern, all one word. Sorry, I fumbled there, and get your hands on this amazing content. Some recognition of our regular Patreon supporters: Veritas23, Rose, Math Productions, Michael B, and Christopher D. Thank you for all your patronage and support.
All right. See y'all in just a few short minutes.
Yes.
Hi, it's me, Scalathrax. When I'm not rampaging the world and trying to destroy everything in sight, I'm rampaging for new 5th edition monsters for my dungeons. And whether you need scuttling dungeon denizens, alien horrors, or sentient avatars of the world tree, the Creature Codex has you covered. Nearly 400 new foes for your 5th edition game. Everything from acid ants and grave behemoths to void giants and zombie lords. 424 pages of monsters. They include a dozen new demons and 5 new angels, wasteland dragons and dinosaurs, all new golems, which include the Altar Flame Golem, the Doom Golem, and Keg Golem. And who doesn't want a few of your Keg Golems around their dungeon party? There's also elemental lords and animal lords to challenge powerful parties, chieftains and other leaders for ratfolk, centaurs, goblins, trollkin, and much more. New undead, including a Hierophant Lich to menace lower-level characters, and so much more. Use them in your favorite published setting, or populate the dungeons of your 5e world of your own creation. Pick up a Creature Codex from koboldpress.com today and surprise your players with monsters they won't be expecting.
Hey, thanks for watching the show. It looks like you're having a great time. Let me tell you really quick about That Many's Paint Show. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Every show, the host and their guests will be painting miniatures live on stream. They'll walk you through all the different techniques and products they use to paint miniatures to a high standard in a quick and easy fashion. They'll show you all the different things live, and on top of that, the audience gets to ask questions, and we're going to answer them live on stream. If you've always wanted to learn how to paint miniatures, this is a great way to do so. And on top of that, you can paint while you're painting with us too, and chat with us and tell us about your projects and share your pictures of your miniatures as well. We love it when people share their miniatures with us. So remember, That Many's Paint Show, every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific, only on the Games Tavern Network.
All right, we are back.
Jazz hands.
Back
All right.
again. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Nah. All right, so Bronwyn and Salem. At this point, you've spent probably about half an hour just basically watching Celadine trace their finger along these ridges and telling a story.
While they're telling this story, I'm going to be examining the armor throughout. Not that I'm not listening, it's just like the idle hands kind of thing.
Okay.
Could I roll an intelligence just to figure this thing out?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can I make that investigation just to add that on there?
Man, we are looking for a friendly DM tonight, aren't we?
just
a roll with
wondering.
advantage.
I feel, bro.
I'll give you that. This is a friendly place.
You know, right? It's nice, calming, you know.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to matter. That's a 10.
Nothing.
I feel like he would be inspired through the story right now, right? You
So it's like
said
heroic-
almost as if it's almost if it's like a bardic story being told. I sure feel inspired. I know that.
I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Non-combat.
Taking the time on
In a
it.
different place. I'll definitely allow it.
Okay. Oh wait, what was that? I guess another D4. I'm not sure how that. Like what kind of bard is this?
I'll even give you a D8.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's the level 6 bar.
Damn. Very bardy. Okay. So 15.
15.
Mm-hmm.
As you're holding up this armor and staring at it and seeing this kind of shell on there, you see just these kind of strands from this shell that just seem to be almost dug into the leather itself. You can't really see what's between it. It just seems so dry.
I'm gonna take a little bit of the water that I have in my flask and just sort of pour it over that one spot that I'm looking at. That's super dry. And see what happens.
From your flask, as they do a bit of a pour, you start to see what looks like those little like tendons of proteins just sort of slip away from the leather itself. You see just a little bit of a gap give in between.
Interesting. I have ideas now as to what this might be, but I'll let Jess continue. I'm still brainstorming. Thank you. I think that gives me what I need.
All right.
I'm in the zone.
You are in the zone. How did you learn the script originally?
Well, you see, there was someone in my village that kind of lived on the outskirts of town. Didn't really talk to a lot of people, but came into town every once in a while and just kind of planted trees and was around. And so my brother and I went and talked to them one day and kind of confessed what we were scheming. And they kind of took us under our wings. Their wings.
Fair enough. That that early hunger of learning something new and learning something special just seems to flare up in you. You hadn't felt that since you started studying and learning with your brother and figure out all these magical things. And you feel that that fire in you now.
You can see that I'm just like beaming. I look extremely happy, but there's also a tear in my eye that kind of slides down my cheek. I don't think Salem sees. He's probably a little too invested in what he's got going on, but
I get two things that I can focus on. No more.
Sure enough, as Celadine is, again, just literally walked around this tree, continuing to tell the story as it twists and turns and wields. It becomes almost instinctively easy to read this now. Almost as if it was just common scribble on there. You are able to follow the trail now.
Okay. Are they still going on with the story?
Yes, they are. You see a couple of the kids now doing the same, kind of tracing their finger along this tree and just trying to follow behind.
I would like to read closer to the bottom of the tree,
Okay,
if at all possible.
certainly.
Should I make a roll for this?
You do not have to. In this situation, everything, you are completely in tune. The story along the trunk describes a jeweled serpent well beneath the tree. Upon the roots is where it laid its 3 eggs.
I read the story and I look back towards Salem. I try to catch his eye, and if he does not give me his eye, I walk over to him and whisper, "Right, mate. So apparently there's some sort of jeweled serpent that laid some eggs underneath this tree, and maybe that's the source of all this extra magic. I definitely think we should go back this evening and really figure this out."
Yeah, absolutely. Perhaps wouldn't be too off kilter to gather up a few other things to prepare as well. The others, should we keep them apprised of the situation, or do we want to see what's under here first?
I give it a little bit of a chuckle, as last time we said we're going to keep it on the down low and then told them, and I just kind of raised an eyebrow at you.
Look, I'm just trying to see, what are we trying to find out? Are we... I really don't know. I got nothing.
I mean, maybe the this tree has something to do with the mists, or maybe the 3 eggs are actually totems that could get us to a different realm. I don't know, but I know we don't just end up in this place just because. There's definitely a reason that we're here in this specific place, and it has to be tied to this tree.
Well, I absolutely agree. You think trying to get under maybe one of those caverns under the lake might lead over here, or do we want to try a hand at just digging it up?
I take a breath. I don't think we should try digging it up. This is a pretty important tree. I think going through the cavern and having Brigade swim under there would probably be best.
That makes the most sense. Alright. Then, I guess our next move is to go find Brigade and let him know.
I give a nod, and I turn back and listen to the stories being told.
All right. This carries on for some time. You can tell, excuse me. You can tell some of the kids are bored out of their mind with their decision of this. And there's a couple others that are definitely thoroughly interested in. I need both of you to roll a religion.
Legion.
13.
Dirty 20. I heard of a deity once before.
And Bronlin?
13.
All right. You watch as Seldine's finger traces through and completes the story. And again, it is finished off of this ballad of hero past. And they turn around looking at those that were seemingly able to comprehend or learn from this time. And they reach into a sleeve and fish out, looks to be a little round emblem. They reach over towards you, Bronlin, kind of set it just kind of off your shoulder. You just see a bit of a weave of threads kind of almost move at their own and just sort of tie into your, I believe you had a coat at this time, right? Weave into your coat.
Okay.
Salem, likewise. Celadine reaches with this little emblem your direction.
Look of confusion at first, because what did I do? And I look over at Bronwyn. What's this? What's going on?
Give a shrug and a thumbs up.
Is this one of those camp things? I'm just looking down at the emblem back at Celadine and like back and forth, eyes are like.
Right. I mean, I heard once about these like girl rangers and boy rangers who like got pitches every once in a while after they would like complete a learning in like the woods. Sometimes they would go door to door selling popcorns, and they would just like put the pitches on. So I think it's fine, mate. Just let it happen.
Okay. And stop moving backwards.
Celadine places their thumb in a similar space. And again, the thread, you just see it sort of whip and wheel just kind of sew itself into your coat.
This thing, is it some sort of marker or something?
It shows progress. Well done.
Thank
All right,
you.
children, I know this was a lot for many of you. Feel free to be on your way. If you want to stay here and continue reading, you are more than welcome to do so.
I give the head tilt of let's get out of here to Bronwyn.
I kind of get up close to you and say, right, I'm gonna stay here and see if I can learn anything else about what's going on. Maybe you can tell Brigane the plan.
Yeah. Just I don't know, throw up a fireball or something up into the air in case you need trouble. You need help with trouble.
That was accurate.
Right, you got it, mate.
And yeah, I head out. head back more towards camp because I don't know where they went. I assume they're still there. Do I see any other counselors just kind of mulling about?
You do spot Danny. She seems to be looking around, not in any frantic sense, but definitely checking over the shoulders periodically. A little bit of a pace, sort of a lean-in look.
Missing something, Danny?
Yeah, Antu. He was supposed to teach a class.
What was he supposed to be teaching?
He was to be teaching herbalism, but he never showed up.
Showed up here or to the class?
To the class.
Hmm.
Delwater's taken over. He's teaching. Everyone else is fine. The class is still going. Just, I mean, sort of like him to flake out, but not. I don't know. Just kind of expected more of. It's okay. It's not your problem.
Often when people go missing in the woods, it very quickly becomes my problem, whether people want it to or not. I'll keep an eye out for. What did you say this person's name was?
Antu. He's
Antu.
the one with
Gotcha.
the one with the horns.
Gotcha. Yep, will do. My friends, Regain, the big one, and Kurt,
Mm-hmm.
and the doctor. So where are they all?
Well, the doctor, as you call him.
He never tells anyone else's name. I assume he would have addressed himself as such to you.
No, that's as good enough a name as any, I suppose. I believe he went down to the Arcana class. Guess gonna test his merit there. See if he's got the magic in him.
Right.
And as far as big, as far as Brigade.
It's okay. If he's
And-
not around here, you can say it.
All right. So as far as Big Kid and Moon Girl, as far as they're concerned, I believe they went over to the animal handling and communication with local fauna. That is just up the river.
Okay. Well, thank you, Danny. Let me know if you find out too. I'll keep an eye out for him though.
Please do. It's not a big deal. Looks a little perturbed by it.
Not saying it out loud, but yeah, it doesn't seem like not a big deal. Anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna head towards where Danny pointed out the animal handling class was taking place.
All right.
I assume I see explosions over by the floating rocks occasionally.
We will see. Doctor, you have made your way to the southern area of the camp. And a bit of a class is at hand. These are, as you're hearing the explanation from the teacher, they're relatively basics theories of magic. This is not advanced. This is not, high-level wizardry. This is how you would introduce it to a potential young one.
All right, I'll stand there with my arms crossed in the back, just listening for a minute, chuckling at the fundamentals of magic. Magic's all right. Science is better. But I'm curious as to what they're teaching the young ones these days.
Say a silver-haired elvish woman. There, she's sort of describing the rather intricate techniques to create something such as a fireball. That's not enough to just squeeze your eyes and hope for fire. That, you know, you have to feel this energy flow through you, and it's not just, you know, a lob of fire, that it's an ignition of the air around that causes the chain reaction to create something like that. Now she's holding discussion. She generally has a hand that's just, you know, kissed in flames. You know, kind of waving to the children, just showing, you know, how it can be, you know, halted and stopped. And then something that starts as just that simple, you know, create flame ignition can grow into something bigger through honed focus and technique.
I nod. You know, teaching kids to make fireballs at camp in the woods, that seems legit, as the kids would say.
How many responsible wizards do you know, real quick? How many wizards do you know that would not jump at the opportunity if there was a worthy kid that could lob fireballs that wouldn't teach them?
That is true. That is
Look
true.
at Gandalf. Just look at Gandalf. Come on.
Couple level 1 halflings, yeah, you get out there.
I'll chuckle, but then, like, if any of the kids look back, I'll be like, you should pay attention. This is important.
You're watching this row of kids just attempting to recreate the hand motions that were, you know, to bring forth fire.
I'll, like, lean in real close, watching him, like, right up next to his face as he's trying to concentrate. You better focus. You don't focus. That fire, that spark.
You're putting the lean on one of the kids?
Yeah. That fire, that spark could, you know, be between you and certain death as a beast is charging you down, sweating and snarling, and you see the teeth and they're pointing and gnashing, and you're just there and you're like, I need to make this fireball to make it stop coming at me, and you better hurry up. Let's go.
How is your gnomish?
Non-existent.
Then you don't know what this child said to you as you leaned in and badgered. But with the squint of the eye and the sneer, you get a pretty good idea.
All right, let's see it. Let it go.
The instructor is not actually trying to get these kids to. No, this is not like that. We are just
just trying to get this kid to light something on
we
fire.
are just trying to get this kid to light it fires. Like I said, it is the bare basics, you know, the structure, the framework of what is magic.
I'll walk down front as she's talking, and I'll raise my hand.
She holds up in a hand, acknowledging you.
So this magic that you're using, are you using it from a study, or does it come through your blood, or have you made some kind of deal with a fiery patron, perhaps? How do you come about your magic that you're trying to teach these kids?
Well, there are many paths to magic, of course. Many ways to wield it. Mine is through study. Now, that may not be best for all, but
no, certainly.
If you look forward to spending countless hours reading book after book after book,
well,
that is certainly one way to learn.
I did attend university, but certainly not for the studying of the book magic. I more of the scientific nature and principle. So, but there is certainly benefits in all different types of magic. They all have their pros and cons, as it were.
Smiles warmly. I could not agree more.
What's your name? I missed your name. I missed the whole beginning half. So.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. Tonya.
Tonya. So, Tonya, these kids and myself, I guess, because I am one of these kids, the magic that we're learning here, what is your hope that these kids will follow that path?
That's certainly their choice to make. We would just like them to know they have the options to pursue. You know, if there is their spark in them, if it is something that draws them, we can certainly build upon that.
Kids want to see something cool?
Kids that kind of are staring your direction, a little dubious.
You kids want to see a dead body?
I look back to her. May I? So I pull out my gun. Yes, this should do nicely. I break it open. Load a shell. Lock it closed. This is what some science magic can do. And I will shoot. And I'll shoot the top of a tree with a ray of frost. Freeze all the leaves on the trees.
All right, give me a roll for that one.
Oh, gonna make me roll.
I am. You're firing a weapon.
That is true. I am. So then things happen.
How much do things happen? You as you rack the revolver back up and aim, there's an odd half a second delay from when you squeeze the trigger to where there should be something happen. And there's suddenly just a rupture of ice that just coats your arm and up to your chest.
Well, that was certainly unexpected.
Oh, it's pins and needles. It is so cold it burns.
Yeah, this is why you want to be careful when handling dangerous magic.
Yeah. The teacher, Tanya, just like rushes up to you, and you see just this little flicker and wave of flame, and she tries to clutch you and melt away some of this ice.
Oh, that's soothing. Oh, yeah. Oh, pins and needles. Oh, God. I think I can feel my shoulder again.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. You're okay. You're okay. That
okay.
was a valiant effort. You did really well. You did really well. It's hard to master. It's okay.
Yep.
It's okay. I know you're going to be able to do it in the future.
Yep, someday.
Just a very supportive clap on the shoulder.
I'm gonna tuck my gun away. Yep, someday. It's a new gun, so I'm learning it. I'm gonna go on the back again.
Remember, kids, if you want to learn how to use a gun, go to a fantasy camp. Specifically, a camp that does not exist, and don't do that.
I think if there's any real reason we created this game, it was for that lesson to be imparted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, that
By
was just the way I wanted it to go.
By the end of this lesson, She does her best not to use you as an example throughout any of it.
That's fair. That's more than fair.
But she does sneak up to you before everyone disparts and has this little emblem and just kind of sets it on your shoulder. Again, you feel a little bit of thread kind of wiggle and move and then just kind of embed itself into your...
This was a Squalor Noble shirt. Okay.
Kind of brushes at it. And now it shows how brave you are.
Thank you. I'll keep practicing. Then I'm just gonna walk away.
She calls out, "You're gonna be amazing. I know it."
Yep.
All right, for our animal handlers.
Freaking dice.
Did you charge them properly?
Apparently not. Apparently I called his mother something untoward.
Animal handlers. The two of you, Andy, and a couple of the other kids are making their way. You've already, rounded the lake and followed the river up. You see just the deep tree line that just seems to be, predominantly just wild oak trees. Just basically part walling in the camp.
As we're walking, I look up at Brigane. And I say, there is a reason I want to do this, and I know that you've killed a lot of things. It's written on your skin. But I am not as familiar with the wilderness and dealing with animals as you and probably Salem, perhaps Bronwyn as well.
Brigade, my eyes light up. Oh, you want to learn how to... Okay, you should have just said that. I could have taught you so many things already. The woods here. Okay, let's go talk to the wolf.
As you approach, as you take to the horizon, you see several figures there. Pretty much only one of them humanoid. You see Bellsprig, who was leading one of the coaches when you arrived, and you see the silhouettes of quite a few different animals. You're seeing several different birds, just sort of gliding and floating above, maybe shifting from tree to tree nearby. You do indeed see a wolf next to him. It is not a dire wolf.
Okay.
But it is significant in its size. And if that was just, too much of a disappointment, there is a bear. Casually sitting next to, just sort of on its hind, just sitting there.
Just from the glance of the animals, could I make a nature check to see if these seem like natural animals to me?
Sure. Go for it.
Oh, why is nature intelligence? Yeah, they seem natural. I rolled a 4 for a total of 5.
Yeah, you are positive these are all real animals.
I have a few things
Flesh
that are
and
intelligence-based that aren't negative, so there's that.
You are positive these are flesh and blood, living and real.
I don't say anything. Oh, is that a bear? Why is there a bear here.
Why wouldn't there be?
Bellsprig, even standing tall, he still has to look up towards this bear. Oh, what? This big fella here? This big guy? And kind of starts scratching this giant beast underneath its maw.
I do have one question, because one of the first things I asked you when we got here was, would we have to worry about wild animals? Is this a part of your deal with the, what did he call itself, Cora?
Hey, Smith.
Smith?
Well, I mean, we've asked him not to eat a bear. Is that the deal you're referring to? He's a big fool. He's a big old.
Is this your pet? Is this a pet bear?
Pet. That gives a bit of an ownership feel. Don't much. That's not necessary. That's my friend.
So you ask him to come?
Well, yeah, I suppose. He just sort of kind of became friends, and he just kind of hasn't really left yet.
Okay. I've met people who have been friends with bears before. I knew someone who could turn into a bear. Was this a person before? Okay, let's go ahead with the lesson.
Bellsprig drops into a, sitting cross-legged and begins discussing different ways and techniques that you would be able to express your purpose to animals. Basically, never wiggle your fingers towards a jaw. Expresses the different foods and what is a wonderful bargaining chip when you're dealing with such animals. But it's a general discussion of what these creatures are, a bit of what they're capable of. You get a bit of an aviation show with the birds, and showing them what they're capable of. General descriptions of all of the beasts that are here with them.
So, are we supposed to learn the language of these animals? Or are you just teaching us how to not have an animal attack us in the wild?
That's pretty much the same thing. Right?
Well,
Remember, flat hand, and puts a little bit of food in Brigane's palm.
how big is this bear?
It's full size. You're looking.
Is it
towards,
12? Is it 12 feet on his hind legs?
if not, it's quite close to.
Okay. I walk over to it and flat hand out, just with the most confused look on my face. Oh, yes, this. I don't know what I am supposed to be learning here right now.
You have to tell our friend here that you want to be friends with him.
Eat the food from my hand.
Give me an animal handling.
I'm going to cast guidance on Brigade.
Are you?
Yes.
What does guidance do?
It gives you a D4.
Ooh, I rolled back with the D4, so that'll be a total of 16. 16.
16?
Yes.
You feel this wet nose and muzzle kind of plop into your hand, and you feel just the grinding of gum and lip as it takes this little puck of food at your hand, and just kind of a couple chews and it's gone. But the bear does not seem to mind your company.
Oh, okay. He took the food. Do I win now?
Right, so it's not so much a winning thing. This is an overtime sort of thing. Like, eventually you won't even have to bribe with food. You'll just, be friends.
I give the most helpless look to Kura.
Cora, what has your focus been on here, aside from making sure Brigade keeps his fingers?
I've been trying to make sense of what's been taught as best I can. And I've been a bit focused on the wolf. And there's a reason for that. It was, wolves were held in high regard by my grandparents. So there's a bit of an affinity there, and I suppose I'd like to try to establish a rapport with the wolf.
All right. Bellsprig sets a small cut of meat, in your hand, and gently holds your hand out to extend towards the wolf's maw.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
All right, roll for.
Right. Okay. 15.
Yeah, it's just a very swift, almost scoop up into the muzzle that takes this meat and just throws back and just chews in the field.
17. Sorry. Yes.
All right, even better. It does not pull away from you. You may have seen a couple of the other kids, being guided to feed, but it seemed like the wolf, once it got its meal, it kind of pulled away from grubby, loud children. But it's definitely stood near you.
Once that's done, I kind of kneel down next to him. And I say, "Hello, friend. I hope you don't mind." And I kind of hold out my hands to him, kind of palm down. Like for the knuckle inspection,
It leans in close. You can feel the bristle against your knuckles. And it kind of scoops its head under your hand and kind of pulls in closer to you.
I'll take that cue and give him a rub. And I look over at Brigade.
Just a cocked eyebrow as to how weird this is to him. And then I go to pet the bear to mimic what I just saw. That another roll?
Yeah, I think so.
3.
3?
Yep, 3. That too.
The bear seems to pull away from, and not aggressive, just let's keep our distance. Sort of pull away from you.
Okay, that makes much more sense to me than what the hell is happening here. And I just kind of go, is there a place to sit in this area?
Yeah, there's plenty of area away from.
I just find actually I don't sit. I just find a tree and just kind of lean on it. And just watch everything.
See, Bellsprig is looking over everyone. Yeah. All right, good. You, points to Kira. Fantastic, look at you. You wolf whisperer. Good on. And grabs this little round emblem and sticks it to the side of your arm. You see this little wiggle of threads before it just kind of implants into. He rows and he looks over to Brigade. Ah, no, don't give up. Don't give up. Here we go. He picks up what looks to be a plump little falcon and kind of sets it on up to one of your shoulders.
How tall is this guy?
You can reach up. You can reach up.
Okay, this is Bellspring, right? He's the male
Yeah.
elf. I wasn't sure how tall this male elf was. Okay. I just kind of look at the falcon on my shoulder.
It gives the exact same look right back at you.
Do you... What? Does it duck?
That's up to you.
This is... Okay. Hello, I'm Brigade Stormbent. Please get off of my shoulders, your claws hurt.
As you state it, it releases and flies off to a nearby branch.
Okay. Did I...
Bellspring crosses his fingers, or crosses his arms. Yeah, I guess that counts. You did talk to it. It did. Yeah, all right. All right. Feeling generous. And
No.
reaches out to you.
I back away immediately. I don't like what I saw with Kura. I don't like it. No. You can keep that. I did
You
not
sure?
do it. I'm very sure. I don't need this.
All right. Well, if you change your mind, kind of reach like tucks it into his own shirt. You know where you'll find me.
Okay.
But I think you should. Kind of does lean in.
Insight check. Insight check.
All right.
14.
The 14.
Yes, 14.
What exactly are you trying to?
Is there... I have to think of this the way the Brigade would think of this. Hold on. I have to think of this with an intelligence of 9. Does that seem like it was just a patch to show that you tried, or did it seem like, or was he like actively being like, do I see in his face like true disappointment that I didn't take this patch from him? Like, did I see any type of anger in his face and he's masking it, something like that?
No. There's no. There doesn't seem to be any sort of what's the term I'm looking for?
Animosity?
Yeah, we'll
Animosity.
go with that. We'll go with that. Animosity towards you denying it. Seem more confused that you would.
Okay. I'm fine with confusion. But also don't touch me.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, was that the whole lesson?
Well, it's only day one.
I mean, for the day was.
Yeah. You
Okay.
kids get out of here. Go have fun.
Look, I'm a grown up. Okay. As Brigade slightly remembers that most of the kids here are in their 30s and technically older than him.
All right. So you are free to do as you like. It goes for the lot of you.
I wait for Kura to finish playing with the wolf.
I'm not playing with the wolf. I'm just having a moment with the wolf. When I'm done having a moment with the wolf, I'll go over to Brigane. I'll kind of tilt my head in the let's go sort of way.
Oh, okay.
And I say, you look very uncomfortable.
I did not understand why we were doing that.
I think the point was to show how we can communicate with animals just as we can communicate with each other, almost. That there is more than one way out of an encounter with them.
Oh, okay. I understood. Okay, I get. But also, I am not a child, so it was not for. This was not for me.
It was a bit simplistic, yes.
But you are from cities, yes.
I am from cities, and
So-
I know that if we were out in the middle of the woods, things would not go exactly that way, but there'd be alternatives.
Oh yes. I'd much rather not have to kill a bunch of wolves. I'd much rather them just kind of join me at the campfire, but more often than not, they're trying to eat me.
They're amazing creatures, and foolish for trying to eat the likes of you.
Yes, I said so myself, and I think that one time I fought it was like 4 dire wolves. Have you seen a dire wolf before?
I have not, but they sound much more dire than a regular wolf.
You've seen a horse. That's funny. Well, you've seen a horse, correct?
Yes,
They are wolves that are the size of a horse.
that sounds terrifying and depressive at the same time.
Yes, that is what I have the tattoo of, is a dire wolf. A pack was hunting me on on a certain mission that I was doing. Well, hunting me in the group I was with. It was actually on that same trick right after we defeated the dire wolves, and then he points at the snail shell. That's when they call it a flail snail. That's when that attacked us. Right after.
Strange.
Okay, so it flares. Okay, so he points at the tallest tree he can see. That is about how tall it is at the shell. It's easily the size of a 2-story house. Is what the tree he chooses.
Where are those found?
For me, it was in woods, kind of like this. Just in nature, depending on where you go.
I hope never to see one.
Yes, it hurt.
I imagine so.
So there is okay. So we're walking and talking while
By this point, Salem should have caught up.
Yeah. You like catch me as I'm saying. So the reason they call it a flare snail, each one of it has like 5 or 6 eye stalks, and they each look like a flare. And then it hits you with them. That's like pointed. It hit me with all of them and almost killed me immediately.
Oh yeah, I've seen one of those.
See, was it in the woods?
At the foothills of a mountain, but yeah, not too far off.
Yeah. One almost killed me once.
I didn't get. I was cool enough to get that close to it.
There was a lot going on at the time. We were being attacked by so many animals. It went from dire wolves to flying snakes and then a flare snail. I might have that order mixed up.
Sounded like a busy afternoon.
I got poisoned that day, so I might be getting it. The flying snakes bit me a lot, and I definitely got poisoned. And he just kind of recede. He just kind of recede.
All right. What direction are a lot of you heading now?
Back to camp?
Probably
camp?
back towards camp, yeah.
All right. Then we'll take this as a quick time to have a quick break.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
Snappy.
Sounds
You go
good.
back in 5.
All right.
Don't you go nowhere.
Who, me?
No,
you-
I'm talking to the audience.
Oh,
I'm
Behind
cheating. I'm
those-
cheating. I'm trying to cheat out to the camera. I'm pointing to you at home.
behind me?
Mhm.
I couldn't possibly.
Hi, it's me, Scalathrax. When I'm not rampaging the world and trying to destroy everything in sight, I'm rampaging for new 5th edition monsters for my dungeons. And whether you need scuttling dungeon denizens, alien horrors, or sentient avatars of the world tree, the Creature Codex has you covered. Nearly 400 new foes for your 5th edition game. Everything from acid ants and grave behemoths to void giants and zombie lords. 424 pages of monsters. They include a dozen new demons and 5 new angels, wasteland dragons and dinosaurs, all new golems, which include the Altar Flame Golem, the Doom Golem, and Keg Golem. Who doesn't want a few of your Keg Golems around their dungeon party? There's also elemental lords and animal lords to challenge powerful parties, chieftains and other leaders for ratfolk, centaurs, goblins, trollkin, and much more. New undead, including a Hierophant Lich to menace lower-level characters, and so much more. Use them in your favorite published setting, or populate the dungeons of your 5e world of your own creation. Pick up a Creature Codex from koboldpress.com today and surprise your players with monsters they won't be expecting.
Hey, thanks for watching the show. It looks like you're having a great time. Let me tell you really quick about That Baby's Paint Show. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific. Every show, the host and your guests will be painting miniatures live on screen. They'll walk you through all the different techniques and products they use to paint miniatures to a high standard in a quick and easy fashion. They'll show you all the different things live, and on top of that, the audience gets to ask questions, and we're going to answer them live on stream. If you've always wanted to learn how to paint miniatures, this is a great way to do so. And on top of that, you can paint while you're painting with us too, and chat with us and tell us about your projects, and share your pictures of your miniatures as well. We love it when people share their miniatures with us. So remember, That Mini's Paint Show, every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific, only on the Games Tavern Network.
Hello.
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 All right, we are back. This lot has made their way back towards camp.
Yeah, and on the way, so two things. First of all, the that tree that Bronlin and I were taking a gander at. Well, they think that there are these eggs that were planted at the base of the tree that seems to be giving it its properties. Some sort of jeweled serpent that put them there. And I had two approaches. Either we dig it up, or perhaps one of those dark caverns at the base of the lake would lead to wherever this tree is. One's pretty much a guarantee. The other's kind of a literal shot in the dark. But if going into the water and searching through those caverns was the ideal way to go about it, well, Green, you were the ideal choice for that mission.
Because you can't swim?
No, I can swim, but your lungs are far larger than any of ours. Imagine you'd be able to hold your breath a lot longer. We have no idea where those caverns lead, or if there's air at the end of it.
I'm sorry, what is the goal? What is the point of... What are we trying to learn here? And why?
There was an odd energy that both Bronlin and I felt when we first approached the tree. A lush energy. I don't imagine we want to stay here too terribly long, but the working hypothesis is that perhaps there's another trinket down below there.
Okay.
Well, it seems that if the tree is that powerful, it may be... Here is my concern. If it is disturbed, I don't want a repeat of Starfall. If there is any energy coming from it that is protecting this area, it should be left alone.
Also, what if that is why the dragon stays here and leaves them alone, is because of the tree?
All
Well,
very excellent questions we won't know the answer of until we know what's down there.
Sure. Okay, I'm in.
Thing two, as I was walking through camp to come meet y'all, Danny, the last guy we picked up, she seemed might confused, and she told me that one of the counselors, onto, that he was just sort of missing.
The setter.
Yeah.
I liked him. He didn't seem as weird as the other ones do.
Well, he apparently has some sort of penchant for being late sometimes, but this seemed particularly odd for him. I told her I'd keep an eye out, but I don't know, it seems strange for such a well-established camp for someone to just be gone.
Have we? Quest. And I whispered this part. Were we ever going to just sneak into the counselor's buildings and see what was in there? Because I know there's like, we can all agree that there's something weird happening here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Never really occurred to me that there would be something they had. They all seem pretty clueless, to be honest. But
They all think that I am a child.
They think that all of us are children.
Yes, that is a weird thing, and no one seems to be talking about it except me.
I will come up behind you guys and say, I don't know if you've noticed this, but we are in the mist still. It seems normal, but off. So it's particularly off-putting that it is so normalized.
It's never been far from my mind.
My skin is all pink everywhere, like in a scatter everywhere from here down into my shirt and my arm.
What did you do? What happened to you? Did you fall?
No, it's I was showing them what not to do in a situation.
Are you hurt?
No, just my pride.
You look very pink.
Yes,
See, he looks like a kid now. He has the pink face.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Fair
Thanks.
complexion, all that. Yeah.
yeah.
So if we're going to do this, let's
Wait,
see.
what are we doing?
Apparently, I'm going to go diving underneath the water and try to find the egg. If I go do that, Salem, would you mind sneaking into their rooms? Perhaps while they are out and about, and see if you can find anything. What's the word? Untoward.
You had it right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
What's this
Better
about
straighten
eggs?
Magic eggs, apparently. I don't know. I
There's-
just, it was weird here.
They're trying to find the source of power for that tree. The large tree nearby.
That tree over there.
Yes.
There's
What?
a power to it.
Very much so, apparently.
Well, I mean,
Speaking
it's-
of which, where is Bronwyn?
They wanted to stay and research the markings on the tree mold. There was a bunch of what I now know of druidic tales that are carved upon its bark. Part of these tales was that serpent and those eggs, but there was a lot more to it. Lots of heroic tales and many epic deeds inscribed upon them.
In old storyteller language.
I'm still sort of trying to understand how the syntax of it all works, but it seemed that the base was where this first story was made, so it would make
Oh.
sense that branched from there.
The reason I'm concerned is that there is a dragon nearby, and we're talking about a serpent and its eggs. Could very much be.
Oh yes, that was the connection that I believe we both made. That was probably something to do with it.
So are we waiting till later, or am I doing this now?
You're welcome to do it whenever. I don't think any council is going to be following you that deep.
We have free time now, so
I didn't think, because I've had gut rot with me the entire time. I didn't look between gut rot and my glaive. And I had my glaive to Kura. I handed gently to Kura.
Still.
That may be the reaction either way.
Yeah, still, I think that was perfectly.
Brace yourself. And I'm going to let you go. Okay. And then when I was underneath the water the last time, did I see a tunnel that seemed like it was going in the direction of the tree, DM?
It seemed reasonable.
Okay.
gonna go alone.
Can you hold your breath for a long time?
Oh hell no!
I'm going as far as the lake, at least. And while we're talking, I take a moment to, awkwardly holding the glaive, describe a rune in my palm, and I just reach over and I touch the doctor's shoulder gently. It's cure wounds. I don't know what it's gonna do, but
If you're following me to the leg, I won't make you carry my glaive the entire way.
But it's funny.
I'm following, so you can carry it as
Yes.
far as there, because I have concerns about this.
Yes. And then when I get to the leg, I will hand it back to you and say, okay, I know you are stronger than they are, but have one of them help you.
I'm fine. Remember when I helped take this up the stairs?
Yes,
She's very strong.
I'm aware. It's you two that I worry about.
I'll take the glaive and I'll put it over my shoulder so I have kind of like the balance point, the leverage point.
The
Just
paint
write my arm on it.
pulls back down my skin. Oh, that feels wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so
3. Have I learned anything else?
It's hard to tell. You've definitely learned a lot of stories. There was one that interests you, in particular about a pair of wolves. One chasing the sun, the other chasing the moon. But as far as any sort of euphoria or eureka moment, nothing stands out too strong. The teacher Celadine is sat next to you. All the other kids have made their way, but your dedication has kept them there.
When I come back to reality and out of the stories and see that Elder Celadine is still there, I'll give a sheepish grin.
They lean their head back to look your direction. Give a rather friendly smile.
I smile back and make my way towards camp. I still don't trust this person.
I just love that you're coming back to camp and you just see a group of us over by the lake and my big ass about to backing up to go dive.
I want to see a doctor with the big old diving helmet trying to put on brigade.
I mean, this isn't going to be the first time I've delved underwater to find treasure. I just had a diving bell a few of those times. Very Assassin's Creed Black Flag. We're just diving bell, and now I'm swimming.
Mhm.
But
as you're gathering together towards the lake, two of the counselors are walking past, heading west. It is Tanya, our Arcana teacher, and Dale Water, one of the other counselors that none of you studied under today.
I'll wave. Go ahead. Finish your description.
Kind of making their way. You notice there's a couple bottles in their hands. They sort of kind of saddle over and hide a bit as they walk past the group.
well, they've been stealing alcohol from the doctor.
Is it my brew?
It is not your brew. They kind of lock eyes back. You're being safe, right?
Totally. Always safe.
Yes.
You have a swimming partner, right?
Yes.
All right. Yell if you need anything.
That
They
would be
kind of
why.
they hasten their pace and make their way.
It's like, that won't be why I'm yelling.
Once they are out of sight, I'm actually gonna go head over to where they stash the bottles.
Oh, they're making their way towards the tree line
Oh, with the bottles.
with the bottles.
Gotcha.
Do we clock Bronlin coming back towards us before I do this 10 out of 10 dive into the
Yes, yes, you do.
Bronlin,
I catch Salem's wave and I wave just as Goofy back. And I whisper to myself, all right, he's finally getting to camp.
I just look over, and even though you're far away, I just give you a.
I reciprocate.
And then you just watch me back up, and then I dive into the water. Got gut rock in my teeth. Swing with this big ass great sword. That's the handle.
God, I want to penalize you for that. That's
No, it's not. I would not do that.
I'm
I would
kidding,
not
I'm
put
kidding.
that
I
damn
know
thing
you.
in my mouth.
He wants to penalize you for it, but
You
it's
see
just so cool.
You just see
Just
the teeth.
con-
the
just-
teeth.
Yeah, a constantly pouring acid sword. Let me just put that in my mouth real quick.
It's fine. It's just
It's like-
so metal.
Okay.
This as Brigane goes into the water because he didn't give me any warning. I'm very quickly just gonna kind of curse under my breath, and I draw a quick rune in the air and I flick it at him. It's another casting of guidance.
Kiss me right in the butt cheek.
Sure. If there's anything you come up against the next minute, it'll help. That's it.
I begin my descent,
All right.
finding the caverns inside.
I honestly want to know how Bronwyn is feeling about seeing all this, just walking up to
Honestly, this is the shit show that I've just come to expect. So I make my way over to Salem, give him a nod, pat on the back, and say, seems like he was okay with the plan then, huh?
Yeah, the very least, just to check to see where that tunnel down there may lead, and just more reconnaissance than anything. The counselors might also have a little bit of something they might not be telling us hidden away in their cabins. So I'm gonna take a look, just to see.
I look over at the doctor and Kura and say, and are you two staying here then?
I am standing with Brigane's glaive kind of planted in front of me, leaning on it, staring at the lake. And I say, I'm staying here.
I was contemplating on spying on the counselors as they drink in the woods, but
They're missing someone still, aren't they?
they are. They don't seem too concerned by it, so I wouldn't worry about it yet. But
Well, on to again. Danny did say this wasn't really the first time Antu hadn't shown up for something on time. Just odd that he didn't show up at all. That Seda counselor from apparently is missing. We see him later today. I guess we'll let Danny know, but I guess just keep an eye out. And yeah, go over toward them cabins. Take a sneak up to it.
I like how everyone's so comfortable with Brigade just going down in that water. They're like, yeah, he's fine. And just wander out their direction.
He lives in the water.
I literally can't do anything about it.
I know.
I would die.
I look at Kura and the doctor. I look at Salem. I look back and I start walking towards Salem.
I call out to Bronwyn real quick. I haven't checked on Casimir lately.
Panic mode.
Can I do a quick perception check to see if I see Casimir around?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay.
They did say they were going off to the. She was going to go off to the sneaky class, right?
Yes.
It's a 22.
And we just got out of that class. Or got out of classes, so.
22?
Super vigilant.
Absolutely. As you scan the horizon, you see a bush. And all you can see is just two little horns, just protruding out from on top of it.
How
Said,
not to
how
be
far
seen.
away?
And not so far away.
I say,
Maybe
get
8
down
yards.
a little bit lower. I can see you.
You hear a bit of a rustle and it just kind of sinks into the foliage.
I give Kura a nod and then I hustle towards Salem and I whisper, wait up. Hey.
I've gone too far. I've gone too far. She's learning pretty quick, ain't she? In that same vein, I think it's about time we keep ourselves a low profile. And I go back into hunter stalker mode and start not like tensing up this time, but it's again more of the low to the ground. It sounds weird to say it out loud, but it's kind of more of like a slinking along as opposed to like the ready to pounce kind of thing. And I'm keeping an eye out for any of the counselors that might be around, and just headed up to a window in one of the cabins.
As soon as I register that he's being sneaky, I like get as low to the ground as I can too. And I wouldn't say that I Pink Panther it, but you know, my imitation is definitely not incredible.
We Scuba doing it, y'all.
I want stealth rolls from both of you.
Yeah. Ooh, that is a dirty 20.
It's 6.
6?
Like I said, it wasn't an incredible.
As far as you both know, no one is the wiser. No one spotted you.
Good. Yeah.
Are you
the nearest window is.
Are you attempting to open up and?
Not open it yet. I just want to do like this sort of like peek into the corner, like kind of the back against the wall. Turn my head against where like the profile of the window is, and just do a peek in to see if I see any movement, any indication that someone is in there currently. And then if I don't see that, then I'll kind of turn face towards it directly.
Given that high roll, I'll assume you get a good view in there. There's no one in there currently, at least in the rooms in the area that you can see.
Cool. Okay. Oh wait, the cabin is how big? Does it seem like there are going to be a lot of rooms in this one cabin, or? I didn't ask. I figured it was more of like a shed.
It goes beyond a shed. Okay. It's clearly built to house the counselors involved. So there are probably 2 fairly reasonable sized rooms that that would allow 10 to 12 to sleep comfortably.
Gotcha. And the room
not in luxury. We're still looking at cots or simple beds, but
sure, of course. All right. I don't think there's anyone in there. Just keep an eye out. I'm gonna check this window, and I'm just gonna kind of slightly lift at the window's base, just to see if it has any give to it.
It opens right up.
Nice. Perfect. I think maybe I'm not going to go very far. I'm going to stay in this room. Keeping a low whisper to Bronwyn. I'm going to stay in this room. Like I said, just keep an eye out. Just give a slight knock on the sill if you see anyone coming.
Give him a nod. And I put my hands together like this to see if he needs a lift up into the window. How high is the window, Brand?
Boost my bottom.
I want to see this moment of camaraderie. So
it's only like 3 feet off the ground.
It's
like awkwardly put the foot into the threading.
You can see my lips purse, and I just feel very awkward at this point.
Just clamber on through the window.
All right.
After he goes through, I slowly start shutting it. Just
not too much. I want to be able to make a quick escape without breaking any glass.
I give the thumbs up through the glass. And then I kind of lean back with my right leg up. And I look around.
Let me play it all cool.
Oh.
Hey, y'all. What's going on with you?
Just playing it cool.
Are there any like trunks or anything like that here that would be for like main storage keeping purposes?
Are you saying anything that would like probably belongs to the camp, not necessarily their own personal?
Well, so I imagine again, you said like there are cots. There like be like a chest or like a trunk at the foot of these cots that
Yes,
have their
yes,
stuff
yeah.
in?
They would have their
Okay.
foot locker.
How many beds are in here?
In this room, you're seeing 6.
6. Okay. That's almost all of them. Well, all the ones that I know of. I probably saw a few more, but okay. I want to just move towards the door to the room. Do I hear anyone else in the building from where I can? Not like opening the door or anything, just put my ear to the door.
Give me a roll.
Okay. I can perceive things.
You can perceive things.
God, I haven't even added the 20, the D4, and that's over 20 already. 25.
25. You're positive there are no sounds coming from the cabin, but you can hear a conversation between counselors, or at least 2 people on the outside, sort of even coming close.
Sounds okay. Like it's approaching the cabin. Okay. I'm going to look through the first chest that I can. Not like pulling things out of it, just kind of to open it to see who I think it might belong to. Keeping an ear out for their conversation, and if I think they're getting too close, I might take a dive under one of the cots.
All right. As you crack open this footlocker, it definitely appears to be Bellsprig's equipment. There seems to be a couple journals, some sketches of animals, specifically tracks and what would relate to what animal. A couple hunting knives, presumably, and just like a couple little bags of bird seed or of acorns or just a bit of food for.
Bellsprig, he's going to be missing a few knives. Okay. Yeah, no, I actually definitely pocket those.
All right.
I just kind of muse over the fact that the notes that he takes is a lot like one of my brothers, who, when we were also learning about how to survive in the wilderness, took a little bit more of the academic approach himself. Not quite like how I did, but in a similar vein. Have they entered the building yet?
They have not, but Bronwyn, at this time, you can hear these.
Can I differentiate their voices?
I'm gonna say, it wasn't Celadine, and since you spent most of the time with them, I'm gonna say not off the bat, no.
Okay.
Unless you want to give a perception roll to figure that out for sure.
Nope.
Right.
Are they walking towards me, or are they walking on the other side of the cabin?
At this point, they'd still be on the other side of the cabin. They're kind of walking towards the front of.
I give a quick knock, knock, slide the window up a little bit, and then make my way over to them and trip and fall. And make a, oh, God, oh, right, that freaking hurt. Actually, you two are exactly who I wanted to talk to.
You're doing a pratfall. You're taking a dive.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a performance.
Okay.
Oof.
It's a 15.
A 15. You are able to flail your limbs nicely to what looked a lot more painful than it actually was. You were able to sell it. They both like stop. Oh, hey, come on, up we go.
Right, thank you both so much. Who are they? These two?
You are looking at Bellsprig, and one you have not met yet.
Bellsprig, and actually, I don't think I've been introduced to you just yet. What's your name?
Oh man, I forgot. I have to look for my name there.
Is it Rixel?
It is not Rixel. Do we have a Rixel?
It's either Rixel or Bixel.
We do have a Bixel. That is the name I was looking for.
Yeah, I have female.
Bellsprig and Bixel. Yeah, there you go.
Well, it is just certainly so nice to meet you, Rixel. And might I say, you are looking quite lovely today. I actually wanted to talk to some camp counselors because I am interested in applying for the next session. And I thought, who better to talk to about it than you two? Would you mind having a little sit with me? I could even make some bread.
All the rolls. All the rolls.
All of those. Bellsprig is, well, I'd love to stay, but I have to go take care of my friends, take care of the animals. So I'm going to leave all the paperwork between you two.
Actually, I was hoping you could specifically tell me about how you teach your class. I just heard so many great things about it.
Oh, well.
I mean, who better to learn from than the legend themselves, you know?
Okay, I'm going to have to make you roll for that one.
Thank you.
You are blowing some serious smoke.
Hamming it up.
This is when they remember that they're not playing a bard in this session.
It's a 3 total.
Oh boy.
Bellspring looks a little uncomfortable with the flattery. Look, I'm
right.
just.
Next time. If different time. I get it, mate. I'm sorry about that. I came on too strong.
It's all right. It's
I'm
all
so
right. It's
sorry.
just I'm just a guy that talks to animals. It's not a big ado, but I'm gonna go take care of them. It's good to meet you.
I just
He does not stop snapping and pointing at your direction.
right. So you can teach me, Bronlin, just about how to talk to wolves and creatures next time. How about that? I think that's an even fair trade
Banner idea.
for our third meeting.
Of course. Tomorrow,
Perfect.
next class would be great.
Right. All right. Well, next time I'm here and I tap on the cabin. Next time I'm here, I'm gonna be in there. One of you.
Oh.
I appreciate the spirit. I appreciate it.
Right. And well, Rixel, damn glad to see you. Damn glad to see you, mate. And they kind of jaunt off towards the lake.
He looks confused as you just wander off. Okay. Bye.
I give a wave.
That was just absolutely enough time for me to make the dive out the window.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
I'm not even going to make you roll for it.
just chilling against the wall as I see them running back towards the lake. Just like, oh, okay, we're done. Well, let's go.
All right. Brigade.
Yep.
How long have you been holding your breath now?
20 minutes.
I got 3 minutes. I got 3 minutes that I can do.
You do not waste any of those minutes,
Yeah.
I would imagine.
No.
Give me an athletics.
Just one?
Just one.
That is
Use the guidance if you need it.
that's a 24. I'll use it just because. No, I'll save that. I'll save it. I have 1 more minute. Should I use it in the 1 minute, or is my 24 enough to get me there without having to use it?
Your
right
24
away?
is more than adequate.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you are just parting the waters. You just move like an aquatic creature. You're able to find, presumably, the tunnel that would lead towards this tree. In the direction you start to see, just these little bits of root. This is gonna be, coming into the tunnel.
I follow it. At any point, do I see any pockets of air that I can get to at any point, just so I can remember it for later?
You're not seeing much for pockets of air. You are seeing little pinholes of light.
Okay.
So, presumably,
There's
if you had to force
Yeah.
a way up, you could.
Okay. Yeah, I continue down the tunnel with the branches.
All right. The branches seem to get thicker as you move, but ideally the tunnel is not really that long.
Okay.
It's not long till you find yourself into a little alcove where there is air,
All right.
and you are underneath, presumably, this tree, as the branches are just thick.
All right.
The roots are.
Do I see any eggs, anything that looks important just from a glance around? Anything looking at me?
There is nothing looking at you.
Okay.
Nestled in to this almost nest made by these roots,
Okay.
you do see what appears to be 3 almost gold brushed colored objects that look like the shape of egg.
Do they look dragon egg size, or just like I could probably take them with me size? Like if I stuff them inside my shirt size?
They would be take them with you size. They're fairly small.
Given my history formerly as a treasure hunter, that became something a little untoward towards other people. This was not my job to do this, but I check for traps. Oh, let's see how this goes.
All right.
This is investigation, I'm assuming, yes.
Yeah. This is it.
Has it been so? Is it been? No, it doesn't matter if I use it. It's not a nat one. It's a dirty one because I rolled a 2.
All right.
I sense no danger.
You're at peace here. You feel safe.
I pick up the eggs.
All right. Which one do you pick up first? Assuming there are 3.
Oh, they're not all nestled together.
No, there's a bit of space between the 3.
And each one is gold, you said?
Yes, that has the same gold tone. They look identical.
Identical. Oh. gonna roll a d4 to choose this.
For all three of them.
Or it's just, yep, just all.
Just do big hands.
The middle.
Middle?
Yeah.
All right. So as you reach for it and lift up this first middle egg, the roots just seem to wrap and envelop around the other two. Just sort of just entwining and just sort of pulled away into presumably the trunk of this tree.
Oh, like they're fully gone as soon as I pick it
They're
up.
gone.
Okay. Okay. Oh. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's not fine. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Does it look now that I know that the branches are alive in here, I as quickly as possible try to get back to that tunnel, hoping that the branches don't then again try to grab me on my way out.
Give me your athletics again.
Okay. 19.
19. You don't.
I'm assuming guidance has run out by now.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay.
You're not sure if it's your utter swiftness or that there wasn't a threat, but you're able to make your way through majority of this tunnel without any impediment by these roots.
Okay. I swim back up, and I'm sure it was. Yes, go ahead.
Before you reach the surface, however.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
An angle you did not necessarily have in your preview when you were going in. You see a bit of a familiar figure in the water, a little ways below you.
What is it? Is it Antu? Is he dead?
It is indeed.
Is he dead?
You see this familiar satyr just completely held down by these heavy iron dark links of metal.
And he's done. Like
He is done.
There's no saving him.
No, there's a look of last moment terror on a face.
I liked him. I give a super curious, just like, and then I look up and I'm assuming I can still see Kura at the edge of the water. I swim up towards her. Okay.
I'm still standing.
Well, I take out the egg.
Why? Why did you take it?
What? I thought I was supposed to take it.
No, just to see if it was there.
Yeah, there was this one, there were two others, and I picked it up, and then the tree came alive and took those other two.
I start looking around to see if anything strange is happening.
I
Oh,
look over at the tree.
by the way, I found Antu.
What?
Was he hanging out down there?
I found Antu. As I pulled myself out of the water. He's in chains. Like someone put chains on him and threw him in.
That would have been too long for me to do anything.
I was if I thought I could have grabbed him, I would have. But he was gone. All I saw was terror on his face.
Huh.
So we have a dragon and we have a murderer now? Wonderful.
Do I know that dragons are shapeshift? I probably wouldn't.
Not only that, the other question I would have is, where does one get chains in the forest?
Didn't
Really,
have to
that's
come
the-
from the forest.
That's the thing that we came here and
I bring them here and then wrap them up and throw. There's so many other ways you could dispose of a body.
well, I doubt they thought that the children would be diving all the way down at the bottom of the lake. But wait, I was not supposed to take this.
I don't think so.
As you hold this egg in your hand, you can hear something heavy rattling inside.
What's the tree look like?
Tree looks exactly as it had earlier.
I would assume by now I've gotten over to the gang.
I should
Yeah,
say
I'd say
so.
we're probably back.
You said-
I'm
Go ahead.
gonna reach out a hand and see if I can touch the egg to see if I like feel any sort of presence or anything.
I just give it to you.
When I'm holding the egg, do I like feel anything like I felt with the tree?
Yeah, you do. There's a similar feel. You feel an energy in there, and it feels very natural, very comfortable.
Oh, Selam. I found Anto.
Huh.
Yes.
Not a
Someone-
pretty way either.
Somebody made him go swimming, if you know what I mean.
Probably,
They took the time to chain him.
change.
What, just just for my own edification, was he chained to like blocks and then put down there, or did it look like there were chains like already attached at the bottom of this lake? Like it looks like there was a bunch of chains already down there.
In second, it looked like they came up.
Oh, like someone animated chains and they grabbed him. Cool. No doubt. And I went swimming. So the chains look like someone would have had to have taken the time to swim him down there. So there's something else here. Because it's not like they wrapped him in chains and threw him in. The chains are affixed to the bottom of the lake.
Interesting. All right. Well, I guess that tells us we need to be on the lookout then. Not necessarily. We can't exclude anyone right now. Anyone.
I don't know. I think Daniel seems pretty trustworthy. She was the final girl that we picked up on the way here.
She was also the first one to know that he was missing.
We should probably stop standing right next to the lake, by the way.
Yeah, and
Yes.
who's gonna keep a hold of this egg?
I got
And
it because
as you hold it, you hear the heavy something sliding around into what feels like a hollow egg.
Is it like metallic inside the rattling?
You don't quite hear the ring of metal, but it's definitely something weighty.
I mean, I got that because I thought you wanted it, so I got it for you.
Right. Yes. I just mean like I don't want any of the camp counselors or the dragon like coming and taking this. This is all connected somehow. I'm not quite sure. But do you, and I shake it just a little bit, do you think we should open this?
Yes.
Yes.
And I try to puncture it with my finger.
I'm gonna look around while they're doing that.
You
Sure.
it gives little resistance. You're able to just break that right through with your thumb.
I peel the egg.
Inside, you see just an iridescent blue sphere, just a perfectly cut blue gemstone.
Doesn't look
Anyone
like-
know how
I was-
to identify this?
I was gonna say it doesn't look like it has a storm inside of it, does it, DM?
It doesn't. I'm
Okay,
afraid.
just make it.
I know.
I can, with a little time, I can, if it is of the arcane, I might be able to detect what it is.
When I'm holding that in my bare skin, is the like druidic power like even greater, or is it lesser now that it's not inside of the egg?
You definitely feel it more. You definitely feel it more with that the skin contact. I'd say almost in a magnetic sense, you feel drawn to you. Like you can almost feel it just wanting to be closer towards you.
Are we going to keep standing right by the water? Or are we going to start?
Let's walk and talk back to the campsite.
Okay, because I'm going to be. I normally don't bring this up. People can see me.
I hand
Normally people
Brigane
do,
his
yes.
glaive back.
Okay, thank you.
I twirl the gemstone in my fingers a little bit, and I don't make my way back towards camp. I kind of walk back towards the tree.
Part of me really wants to dive back into the water and get the body.
I'm
Alright.
gonna say like that idea also occurred to me.
Salem,
Yeah.
I've got a bad idea that I think you're going to love.
I want to know what killed them.
Yep. We both going in?
I may not go down quite as deep. Just saying.
I suggest we wait until night.
When it's harder to see.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not worried about people seeing me. I'm worried about not seeing what else is down there.
I can help with that.
Okay.
All right.
You ready yourselves? Bronlin, as you make your way towards the tree, you feel this little sphere, just the slight vibrations in it as you roll it over your fingers.
Are they good vibrations?
Excitations.
They're picking up good vibrations.
Is anyone still around the tree?
Not that you spot currently.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to like the base of the tree and just take the gemstone and kind of trace that along the story of the jeweled serpent.
All right. It doesn't give a strong reaction. You're still feeling the energy from this. You can just feel it in your body. You can feel that tingle up through your arm. But rolling it across the tree doesn't seem to do a whole lot.
I move it from the base of the tree to the ground.
No strong reaction either. It seems to be much more reactive to you than it does the ground or the earth.
Place it next to my what did we get? I'm gonna call it a patch. My patch from earlier on my coat, and see if anything happens then.
No great reaction there, but you can feel again like that almost magnetism as it's getting closer to your upper torso. Yeah.
Okay, I walk towards my friends, but also just place it on all parts of my upper body.
The moment you have it towards your forehead, it comes close, just a few inches away from your head, and it sort of bows, and then just sort of starts to orbit around your head.
Oh, I know what that is.
Okay. I grab it
Oh,
and shove it into a pocket.
I just got it. I just got that.
Okay, and then I walk back.
All right.
Yeah, I'm ready to jump in. Wait, so Cora, you're more worried that someone's going to see us just jumping into the lake, yeah?
Yes, whoever is responsible.
They would have already seen us.
Seen us doing what? Standing around by the lake talking?
No, they saw me going to jump in the water. They know I was in there.
If the perpetrator was observing, they would certainly have an elevated feeling of tension that people are standing around and or jumping into the lake.
But people are near the lake on the regular.
And I think it would be a lot more curious for someone to, or at least us, to be going in the middle of the night to go diving into the pond.
Also, did I mention that the tree literally came to life earlier? I don't want to be down there at night. Oh yeah, it took the other two legs, like the branches, grabbed them and receded. Yeah, like the stuff is alive down there.
I'm gonna be honest, that only surprises me just this much.
I mean, it's a magic tree, so.
Interesting. Well, I'm sure Bronwyn will figure out what that gem does. Again, I'm concerned with our murderer. Shall we?
Okay.
Coat
The
on.
moment before. Wait, real quick. Scratch that. Salem, proceed. What are you doing?
Oh, it's just like I had my coat on. I just took it off, and I'm ready to like jump in.
Are you wearing your armor?
Sure I am.
Fantastic.
Please tell me you just fall face first as you realize it's armor of water walking.
It is not, but as you hit the water, you suddenly feel just what must have been 20 pounds of extra weight just slide off your chest as the whole fitness combination of coral and limestone and everything just slips off and just does that drop down and just kind of hits the silt below.
I can move a lot easier now. Whoa.
And for those of you topside, you hear a scream come from the woods.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Dude,
And
I
that's
should have
where-
followed.
And that is where we're ending tonight.
Mhm.
Yep.
See, what were you worried about? They weren't watching us. They were busy.
The animals started attacking.
It's fine.
when animals attack.
Oh,
All right. Thank you all very much for I'm going to thank all of you for playing, and I'm going to thank all of you for joining us.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a blast. Do we have any announcements before we unleash the
Yes.
animals, I guess? I don't know.
Yes, we do.
We sure do.
Yep.
So you should totally check out our friends over at Dirty Deeds Wednesdays right here, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. Having saved the city of New Sire from the Fallen Star Company, the Fallen Star Company hits the road towards the Mournlands as their dreams continue to haunt them. what dangers lie ahead within that blasted wasteland. Also, check out our friends, the Velkin Weave, every Tuesday, just before the mists, with the legendary DM Eric Mensch. The Velkin Weave have to contend with a battle for luck between the gods of good and bad luck, while also investigating deep into the Underdark to find out what nefarious beings are perpetrating dark acts.
And don't forget to subscribe to the Games Tavern YouTube channel right now. Subscribing is free and you don't miss any of the action and access to the shows and content. Your likes and positive comments on the videos help future adventurers find out about the shows.
And a humongous thank you to Shard Tabletop for sponsoring this show. Go to the link in the chat to check it out for yourself and use the code TGTShard20 to get your 20% discount on subscriptions.
And now we get to tell you where y'all can find us. I'm Jess, and I play Bronlyn, our tiefling druid. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Jess the Human. That's JESTHEHUMAN. I'm going to popcorn it over to Laura.
So I'm Laura Perard, and I play Kura, the Human Twilight Cleric. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Laura Perard. That's both my names squished together. You can find me on Instagram at Laura_Perard and lurking around the Games Tavern Discord. And I will popcorn it over to Bran.
Dale face. Uh-oh. I think Bran's frozen.
We lost Brad.
Oh no!
Oh, God.
No.
He's petrified. It's the murderer has struck
We'll give
again.
Bran a minute to come back. Any other popcorns?
I'll go. I'll
Okay.
go.
Yeah, there you go.
Hi, I'm Daryl. I play Brigade Stonebuilt, your Goliath fighter. I play a lot of characters. Sometimes I get them jumping up in my head. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Mr_Daryl Dorsey. I'll be putting that in the chat. And you can find me here on Twitch at Daryl Sucks at Gaming. SUX for sucks. You can also usually find me playing games with Jess the Human right over there. And then I'll popcorn it over to Kyle. Did you just go?
Nope.
Okay, I'll popcorn it over to Kyle. It's 1 a.m. where I'm at.
Hi, I'm Kyle. I was Salem Klein, the Inquisitive Human Rogue. You can find me on Twitter at Lord Kyle K, and you can actually also find me on Twitch at the Lord Kyle K. Trying to get that fixed, but dang you, Twitch. But yeah, I will now popcorn over to Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt Fellman, and you can find me on all the primary social medias and at Matt Fellman down below, although it's all jacked up right now because Brandon went away, but that's okay. We're just gonna power through it. So I played the doctor, the artificer alchemist, and I look forward to doing so for some time to come. So, and I'm gonna popcorn it over to anybody else. Was I it? That was the last.
For it, except for Bran.
Except for Brad.
You can find Bran at Voice of Bran on Twitter. I know that much. And Spirit of the Wilds,
Yes.
his business. So check him out. He makes a lot of cool candles. Check it out.
Find them in a lot of places on Amazon and Etsy and a lot of places where candles are sold. Look up Spirit of the Wilds.
I have some right here.
Ooh,
No
wow.
way.
Pretty.
Yeah, they're beautiful. He does
How do they
customs.
smell?
They smell delicious. They smell like I asked them to be black cherries smacking me in the face.
Ooh.
Well, y'all can't see these because Noah just decided not to make me the main person right now, but that's okay. They look
I think he's
beautiful.
scrambling.
It's green, it's blue, it's red, it's wonderful, and you should check out Bran at Spirit of the Wild on the Twitters.
Yes.
Thanks,
Yes,
y'all,
yes, yes.
so much for hanging out with us. We hope you have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you back here next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Cool.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next
Night.
Tuesday.
Play us off, Noah.